how did you guys how do we come to know you? How did your telephone number end up in my in my phone?
Jake, you want to tell them how we met?
What was it on the kick, right? In a group.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Kick
it was
Yep.
like a kick group.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We are so lucky to live in a world where we can. I'm going to rewind before I finish that statement. When I grew up, I would see people on television all the time, and I would say to myself, "Okay, that was okay. I could do it better." How many times have you saw something in your world, and you're like, "Yeah, it was okay," but in my head, I could probably pull that off better. I think what's happening now.
Every day.
Yeah, we say that every day. So what I think the internet and in the world that we live in at this current time, with everybody having the phones and cameras all over the place, we live in a world where every single person not only can think that they can do it better, they can prove it. They can be like, okay, I can do it better. I'm going to do it. And then they decide to just friggin' do it. So, and it's a cool thing, I think, because how many great artists have probably been around over the course of humanity that nobody even acknowledged their presence? We live in a time now where it's so saturated. It's like, I got an idea, I'm going to fucking say it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to throw it out there, and if nobody finds out about it, that's fine, but at some point, someone will stumble on this thing, and it'll happen. It's great. It's great. So it encouraged me to capture as much as I possibly can, and I think it should encourage everybody out there to just get as much of life as you possibly get. Take as many photos as you can get. Record as much stuff as you can get. Just video as much as you can get. And even if you're gone years and years down the road, even if it's only your family that goes back to watch it, at least the stuff is there for them to go back and watch.
And hope it's not stuff that they don't want to see.
Well, no, as long as you're being real, as long as you're being real, the real person that you really are, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just like, if I didn't want my kids to see how much of a crazy, goofy fucker I was, I wouldn't be doing this shit. But I'm going to be gone for like hundreds of years, and my great-grandkids are going to be like, I wonder what my Grandpa Garcia was like, and they're going to be able to look my shit up and then see me, hey, look, this is my fucking old great-grandpa, this guy, and... and that...
They're going to go like, I didn't know my grandpa was Jerry Cornell,
Yeah, what a crazy fucking asshole this guy was. Now I know why I'm such a crazy fucking asshole. It's just weird. So as long as everybody is like authentic, I think is the biggest word. Try to be as authentic as you could possibly be, because at some point, it's going to come back and people are going to wonder, what was that person actually like? We're at a time now where we can actually let them know what we were actually like.
Perfect. Exactly.
And that's really weird. That's strange. In the past, I don't think it's ever been that way. It's never been. We live in a time where we can do that. And even a decade ago, it would take a lot more effort than it is now. We can't just pull up our phone and jump on the old Periscope or post lives of Facebook. We live in a time now where I can see this person. I can be, and you just got to be as authentic as you could possibly be. So,
but on the flip side, you can't get away with as much shit as you used to.
Well, the thing is, right, that's true. You can't get away with as much shit. But on the flip side, I think you can, because, I mean, if our own president-elect is grabbing pussies, then I think we can do whatever the fuck we want, right? Think about it. If that bar's set there, we can pretty much do whatever we want. All right?
Pretty sure about that, yep.
So what do you think about the
Well, he certainly can.
He can grab pussies as much as he wants.
Right.
Jake, you ever grab pussies?
Never.
With your beard? With your big beard pussy?
Never. That sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a porn name.
Beard pussy.
Pussy beard grabber.
Pussy beard grabber.
That's the new drinking game that's coming out.
It's like flipping. We're going to have a tournament, flippy cup, pussy beard grabbing.
Grab the pussy with your beard.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
It's fucking nuts. El Presidente, it's good to see you here again, man. I was glad to get a hold of me. I told Jake here in our lovely Arebella on the phones here that every once in a while I have to hit the brakes on bringing Snatch into the studio because my wife wants to murder me. Okay.
Yeah, in the last weekend you had the hot tub twins in here.
Hot tub twins were in. It was great. They were beautiful and lovely. Their boobies were all here. I'm still shocked that one of the hot tub twins' boobies I haven't seen. But we did stumble on something. And I'm going to bring Arebella into this conversation. We had a girl in here last week who, one of the first times she had sex, she squirted. Okay, and then that bar of orgasm was set really fucking high. Have you ever squirted, Arebella?
I have not.
That is something that is pretty special. Some women will go their entire lives and not squirt.
The word squirt just makes you laugh.
It is. It's a tasty drink, too. It's a tasty beverage. Squirt. So we had this girl come in. We put her on the spot about orgasms, how many times she comes, all this kind of thing. And she said, I've squirted. And then that was it. It seemed like that was the only time that she ever had like a true, intense, crazy squirting orgasm. And I think it wrecked her.
And then everything's just been like disappointing ever since.
Right.
But on the flip side, she wants to go all 50 Shades of Grey with some young stallion or some shit. So
yeah, she said she wants a guy to just totally dominate her, chain her down, lock her up, whip her ass, do all sorts of, choking her and craziness. Yeah. I didn't see the 50 Shades. Tell me about it. Did you see 50 Shades?
Did I see it or did I read it?
Either.
Yes, I've read it. I couldn't sit through the movie though.
So how was the descriptions that it was saying? Did it turn you, the words reading it turn you on more than you didn't sit through the movie?
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. But what is there a question there? What was the question exactly?
Does that kind of thing turn you on?
Yeah, definitely. Like the idea of it, I'm not sure that it truly exists.
Do you think that if you were to turn the tables and if you found a guy that wanted to do that kind of thing too, the belts around the neck, choking him out, that kind of thing, do you think that does that turn you on to do that to a guy, or does that like emasculate him a little bit?
Oh, definitely. Well, yeah, for sure. I was telling Jake earlier about a guy that is like 6'5", right? I'm 5'2", but he's really into like being tied down and being like a sex slave and whatnot, and so it's certainly
a 6'5" dude want to be slaved,
right?
See,
yeah, I mean,
see, I like my ass. I like my ass to be caressed. I don't want it to be spanked.
Everyone's different. Everyone has their kink.
I want you to lube it up and put some lotion on it. You lotion it.
Right.
Little taps are fun, but no like shapow. None of that shit. No way, man. Get over here. I'm gonna spank your ass.
So it doesn't have to be like mean and brutal.
And not like manly. That's what I could think about it as. I think it as being like manly. Like if a woman's doing that, she's kind of manly. Like, I don't know. It just feels like it's the man's role.
So have you done this to a guy before? You've like dominated him?
Not to that like level, but I'm certainly like assertive and have no problem saying what I want in the right circumstance.
Does the guy ever get uncomfortable and like stop you, or does he just kind of like let you go about what you need to get done?
Well, I think I'm pretty good at reading people, so I don't think I would.
You can see the fear in his eyes. Way. You can see the fear in his eyes. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I mean, like if a guy is truly like, dominant, then that's not going to be a question. Like there's not going to be any sort of
one.
El Presidente, I want to address something with you. You brought two beautiful looking moonshines in here.
Apple. And the other is the Christmas stuff that I made.
I want to try Christmas stuff. We're going to try it. I want to ask Arebella, what are you drinking tonight? We do this every once in a while. We do the old what's on tap. Are you drinking tonight? Are you high on anything? Are you smoking or eating any?
Shake it up just a little bit.
Anything?
No, I'm having a drink. I drink vodka.
Vodka,
because there's no calories.
So my question
up,
is,
her body. I want to see pictures of this youngster.
I have life goals. Okay, so
What are your life goals? Talk to me
most
about
of them
them.
are sexual
Are you
in
gonna?
nature.
Do you want
But I have to be a certain size. to
what's your
achieve them.
safe word?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, what's your safe word, Arabella?
I don't know that I have one.
Ooh, better yet.
Oh shit, no safe word. Okay, so tell me about these life goals. Sexual life goals. That's the name of the show. I'm gonna write that down right now. Sexual life goals.
Sexual life goals.
Sex with chocolate, everybody. He good. Sexual life goals. Okay, so I tried to get how old you were out earlier. You didn't tell me. It doesn't matter. I'm an old fart. Okay?
Yeah, no.
You can lie
Yeah, I'm
to
in
me.
my 30s.
Okay.
I'm not a child.
That's perfect.
I'm not a naive young person.
Do you find naive young people annoying sometimes?
I just find anyone that's naive annoying. They don't have to be young.
You can't fix stupid.
Shit. That means me. He's the one asking all the stupid questions. Okay, so tell me more about your life sexual goals.
Yeah, so I'm short, so I should be relatively easy to like manhandle and pick up and push around. So one of them is having a guy fuck me while he's standing up and holding me, right? So you have to be a certain size for that.
6'1" or taller.
What's that?
6'1" or taller. You're a little spinner. Spin you around.
Spinner.
Talk to me about your curves. How do you have? What's your dimensions? Give me your numbers.
My dimensions.
Oh, that's good.
I'm 5'2". Last I was measured, I was a 38 double D. So I'm curvy. Like I hold it.
Nice.
But I don't know, ask Jake. Like, I don't think I look like I'm super heavy or anything.
No.
I just,
Just nice and
super curves. Like
curvy.
Guys like curves. They do.
right.
So this 6'5" guy that you totally dominated, could he have accomplished what you're talking about, being the him holding you up and banging you?
Yeah, he thinks so. There's a couple guys that think so. So I guess we'll find out.
So did you see that? Is this something that you came up with on your own, or is it something that you saw in the porn? Because porn to me is just
On the porn.
I say the porn like the Nam. I was in war. I was in war. I was in the Nam. I say the porn all the time. But the porn to me, I see.
I'm sure it came to me from seeing something, but I don't know. Like I like the idea of being, like I like taller guys. I like guys that, I'm only 5'2", but if you're under 6 foot, most of the time I'm not really going to be physically interested in you. Like I like feeling petite and small, and like I could be easy.
Wait. So you don't want anybody less than 6 foot?
You told me you were 6 foot, you liar.
He's 7 foot.
No, that's the size of his dick.
7 foot dick.
No, I mean I'm not that.
That's good.
Adamant about it, but like it's certainly gonna be a bigger turn on to me than a guy that is,
Girl broke her nose over that
closer
shit.
to me in height.
Okay, so let's the one thing that I'm constantly curious about here, and it's just mainly to see if I can measure up to any other human being on Earth. I always ask the ladies on the planet here who come on the show, what's the biggest and the smallest dong you've been with?
That's awesome.
I need to know the mini-me. I need to know...
Am I supposed to name names? Or... I don't carry a measuring
try
stick
to
around
give
with
me like a description.
You need to get a tattoo on your leg. Okay?
What I'm saying is like...
So far in the show, it's been smaller than a thumb and bigger than a Axe body wash bottle.
Yeah. Okay, no, but here's the thing. I just need... The bigger question is, do you remember how awful the tiny one was? Or how much the large one destroyed your pussy?
And did the tiny one have great oral skills?
First
Tell him
of all,
about horse.
well, yeah, obviously I was going to bring that up. First of all, nothing has destroyed my pussy. I don't appreciate the assumption.
Semi-truck and ride up
Second of
that
all,
shit. Okay, so
second of all, there's certainly been circumstances when I'm like, messing around with a guy or whatever, and if it's like freakishly small, like I'll just stop. It won't even get that far.
That's so mean.
Because it's just embarrassing for both of us.
do you let him go down on you?
I would stop everything. Like
Everything? You don't want to come at all. If a guy's got a little dick, you don't want to come even.
No, it's too weird. It's a big turnoff for me. I mean, I know that's shallow, but I embrace that.
Wow.
I'm super shallow.
That is shallow.
I like this chick the more she talks, I like this chick. She's got a fucking ego. She doesn't give a shit. She's shallow. She doesn't give a shit if this guy's got a little dong. She doesn't want to get off. She's like, get the fuck out. It's like, this is great.
No, I mean, like, okay, if he was like, no, I just can't. Like, if I have this built-up image of somebody in my head, and then they have like a micro penis or something, it's just not.
This is a new phenomenon. I like how everything in this world nowadays, because of the internet, has a title. Micro penis did not exist.
Spinner girl.
Like micro
Spinner?
machines. Spinner girls.
Yeah.
Spinner didn't exist. Micro penis.
Micro penis.
The Urban Dictionary. Thank you for everything that is awesome in this world. You know. Okay. Now you mentioned like big dong though. We're talking about little guy. But what about the fucking horse? Like he said something about a horse. Now I can only imagine.
Right, yeah. So he was only, the really interesting thing about him is that I think he was only 5'7", but like a foot of that was at least his cock. Like it was just huge.
Like how huge are you talking? Like as big as your forearm?
Yeah, I don't know. Like at least as big as his forearm. Like
No, because I'm talking like as big as your forearm.
Oh, well,
Thanks, man.
yeah, probably longer. I mean, I'm pretty small. Girthage going on, a lot of girthiness. No, that was the really weird thing. Like it was all head. Like I told, it
Like
reminded
huge
me like
mushroom
of a
tip?
cobra snake.
A cobra snake.
That's a new one. Cobra snake cock.
Cobra cock.
Cobra cock.
King cobra. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah.
I've always been curious about this because I've seen guys in porn that have like the thicker mushroom tip. And is that like, to me, being the overly thinking person, because I've talked about this a million times over. A girl wants girth, okay? You can be like 3 inches long, but if you're tapping the sides of every wall of her like a fucking soup can, there's something about that the chick's gonna like. Am I right? So
yeah, truly, really and truly.
Okay, so when this guy with the big mushroom tip slides in at first, and then you go down to pencil dick, do you notice that?
Yeah, I mean, he was just so long that it felt like he was trying to have sex with my spinal column. So I don't think I really.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, no shit. Was it okay? So is that a good experience or is that like not good experience? Because if somebody's trying to destroy my fucking spinal cord, I don't think that's good.
It wasn't very good. Because I mean, at some point you just kind of, maybe if I was taller or something, it'd have been different. But plus, like I said, he always tried to attack my clit like it had personally offended him. So it was just.
Was he just like pointing at it like he's like being just angry at a school child?
Aggressively angry at it, yeah. Like giving him the stink eye or something.
My wife has an oversensitive clit. She'd kill me if I told that. But I've said it so many times in the show that when she brings it up, I'm just like, I've said it like a million times in the show. What are you gonna do about it? Sometimes you just gotta let it all out so that it doesn't. It just numbs to everything. But
yeah, so he was probably the biggest, and
like
very like impressed with himself. Like he had a big ego going into it, and I think that because I wasn't super responsive, that he didn't really like that.
Bye Cobra stick.
See, the thing is with me, it's like that. The thing is, guys think that way though. If I had a long one, but it was like a pencil size and had the mushroom tip, I would think to myself, I want to bury that fucker as deep as I can get it in there. Just, you know, that's got to be what this guy was thinking. Am I wrong?
Probably. I mean, he seemed to think that he was God's gift to women, and you know, I don't know.
I want to bring something up with El Presidente and Jake the Snake, Rookie Roberts here. When Red's on top of me, sometimes what I'll do is I'll slide my hands around and I will slide a finger into her at the same time that I'm doing it. She loves that shit. You slide a digit up in her while it's sliding in, and it's just, you know, I think it accomplishes what I said earlier with the girth situation. And then you can like slide it around a little and do all sorts of things. You ever done this before where you're just like, I'm going to try to reach down and just put it in, just do extra in there?
Thumb in the front. Hit the G-spot right with the thumb in the front instead of reaching behind.
Yeah. You ever had a guy do this? Arebella, would this have helped this little pencil wiener? The weenus?
I don't know that it would have helped. I'm not sure what could have helped that situation.
Maybe like 2 or 3 other black guys with big dicks would have helped, maybe.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily just because some guys like long or
that's a good subject.
Whatever.
Would you like multiple guys?
I mean, I think it's just. What's that?
You had a threesome?
I want to. I mean, I have, but not the kind that I want.
Wait. That was like a total turnabout. I want to.
Like, how soon can you get there?
Wait a second, I have. Wait a minute. That's 2 different things completely. Have you?
Have I had a threesome before? Yes, but not the kind that I want.
Tell us more.
Was it with Siamese girl twins? Is that what you're telling me? That doesn't count as a threesome.
No, I'm not really into like women at all. So, you know, that's the typical threesome: 2 girls, 1 guy. That's not what I want.
What do you want?
2 guys, 1 girl.
So you want to be like Chinese, you know?
Foursome.
Chinese figure trap. You want to be airtight? Is that what you're telling me?
What's that?
Give me the scenario where you could do that, because two dudes being with a chick, the guy's got to be comfy. They got to be really. They got to know
each other.
They got to say to you,
right. So it's it's a lot harder to set up. Let me tell you, it's a lot harder to negotiate that.
To me, to be honest with you,
unless you're dealing with like bi guys, which I don't really want to.
I would much rather go to the bar, meet hot chick say, I want to bang you with some dude that I don't know than a dude that I actually do know. Because
well, that's kind of what I think. But the guys that I've spoken to, and I've spoken to a lot, always say that they want it to be like somebody that they're comfortable with and a friend. And I was like,
fuck
why?
That.
You have to like look at them again. You know?
You know why? Here's the reason that I don't want that. Because I would have to have my friend here in the studio, and the whole time.
That's true. You'd be like
the whole time.
You're gonna be thinking about his balls.
Like, oh my god, I saw your fucking balls.
No, I wouldn't even say that, because I would. I've had this opportunity was there for me and one of the founders of this absolute show. Okay.
Red Eye?
No, not Red Eye. It was not Red Eye. No. Okay. It could have gone down. It could have, and I sacrificed, and I said, no, it's not going to happen, mainly because I was just like, this would come out on the show. If I had the fucking Eiffel Tower from one of my buddies banging this chick, it would have to come out. The
foursome is sometimes you got to pick up the slack for another guy.
I don't know. I've talked to guys that like have that friend too. Like when I'm talking to them, they're like,
I don't have that friend.
I can make that happen. I've got this buddy and we've done that like 5 times, you know. So some guys are fine with that for whatever reason.
It has to be a super dark room.
Yeah. I used to hang out with a guy, Bootsy, man. 6'5". You kind of like him.
Life goals.
But he would always be like, hey, let's go double team this chick. And I'm like, oh, I really don't want to see you naked, but I'll warm her up for you.
Yeah. See, the only scenario.
I think, though, if you're super confident in like your own sexuality, then what does it matter? Because you're not focused on, or at least you shouldn't be focused on the other guy.
But I'm like I'm like super confident in my sexuality, and I think I could do this, but we would definitely have to have some ground rules laid out.
Don't touch my dick.
Such as, no, tell me about these ground rules.
If in the most ideal situation, what I would want is to be going at a girl from the back while she's blowing my friend.
Far away, the distance.
She's like
the distance is fine.
So no DP.
No DP, but if she decided she wants to change it up, she just spins around, and I have no problem with her blowing me while he's railing her, and then her just switcherooing it whenever I have no problem with that. That's, to me, that I'm complete.
But that's it. That's the extent of it for you. Like, that's all you're comfortable with.
For me, I'd have to sit down and make some notes on if anything would go further from that, because her double BJing, I don't want my fucking lightsaber anywhere near than my boy's lightsaber. Okay, there doesn't need to be this fucking Jedi versus fucking dark, fucking light versus dark.
So
okay?
No crossing swords.
We're not crossing streams. Okay.
Don't cross the street.
I'm thinking it needs to be a Russian roulette of whether or not you knocked her up or me. Okay, that's it. She understands what I'm saying. Who came in you? I beat the fuck out of me. Both. We did a whole slurry of fucking cum, and we just threw that shit in there. She could have twins, and they could both come out. One could be Mexican, one could be black. Nobody gives a fuck. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Unless the one other guy's got a vasectomy.
Okay, so your hang up is like getting your cock too close to the other guy's.
Yeah.
Like that body.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, absolutely.
Or any part of your body, really.
No, I'll high five him the whole time. That's cool.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll high five. We'll do all sorts of like Detroit Pistons. Like we'll create brand new handshakes during the whole thing. Like, all right, we'll do double five like this. We'll forearm bash like the '80s fucking Oakland A's. We'll do all sorts of crazy shit. But there's no dick to dick anywhere. I can't have my pee-pee anywhere. It's not a matter of me being afraid of that guy's pee-pee. It's just like my own thing. I'm just like, sometimes he doesn't want to participate, okay? Sometimes he's just not.
Oh, so you're afraid that, like, you're afraid that you would just, like, not be able to hold up like you would.
No, I'm beyond that point. It's like, if I don't hold up, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm to the point where if I can't get up and she's sucking it, hopefully her guilt is feeling bad that she couldn't make me hard. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly it's somebody else's fault.
It's her fault. Okay? I jerked off 14 times before you tried to blow me, but it's still your fault.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
sounds like
solid. Have you seriously? You have done the girl thing with the boy, girl. Tell me how that went. Tell me how that went.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess okay. I'm just not into it. Like, I think that most girls are quote unquote bi because they're trying to get with a guy or impress a guy or whatever. So,
bisexuality we've had over the past probably 5 years here on the show. Just it's an overwhelming amount of bisexuality. It's almost
with women.
Girls come in here,
and so I think that the numbers are a little skewed that way. I don't think women, like most of the gals, well, like Jake will tell you, we met in this group, right? Like it's a sexual group. Like people talk about their sexual proclivities and whatnot.
Of what?
Where can I join? I want to join.
Got to start a kick account.
Yep. I'd have to screen you first. Sorry.
Hopefully, I haven't jerked off that day.
Right. It's not going to be my fault. Yeah, most of the women in that group would claim to be bi, but they would never say go out with a girl on their own. They're only going to have these bisexual experiences if another guy is involved. And to me, that's not truly being bi.
Do you think they're just teasing the guys that are in the group?
I don't know if they're teasing them. Like, I'm not saying that they wouldn't follow through with those, claims, but I don't think that they're particularly into it. I think they just want to be appealing to more guys, and that's really appealing to guys. Every guy that virtually every guy that I've ever met, like that's his thing. That's what he wants. He wants two women to himself, you know? So